beginning Haiku with Chocolate Hour. No, it's not an hour. A reading, 15 minutes. Haiku in 15 minutes. Today's lesson is with coffee and chocolate. That's the additional thing. We're reading Haiku Buson. He's a major poet which didn't get enough attention. Here he is. Anyways, he's 22 years after Basho's death. He was born. He was a painter and a poet. He said a quote like, use the commonplace to escape the commonplace. Which he used paintings. He did paintings to make money so he can pay to write poetry. He illustrated stuff like the deep, narrow road to the deep north. Of course, he admired Basho. But anyways, his poems go, I go, you stay, 2 autumns. The 2 plum trees, I love their blooming, one early, one later. Coolness, the sound of the bell as it leaves the bell. You think the sound of the bell is cool as it leaves the bell?
I didn't say that.
Didn't he say it? Coolness, the sound of the bell as it leaves the bell.
It's a different thing.
I don't know what it means.
There's his coolness, answer is that, and then...
Alright, coolness. Yeah, this could be disjunct experiences. White blossoms of the pear and a woman in moonlight reading a letter. Where's the season word? I guess the pear and the blossoms. Green leaves, white water, and barley yellowing. Green leaves, white water, and barley yellowing. Tea flowers, are they white? Question mark. Or yellow? Question mark. Are the tea flowers white or yellow? He's asking, are the tea flowers, are they white? Question mark. Yellow? Question mark. I guess he's trying to figure it out. Coming back, so many paths through the spring grass.
Before that?
Oh, goodness. White blossoms of the pear and a woman in moonlight reading a letter.
It's lovely.
Green leaves, white water, the barley yellowing.
It's descriptive in a way.
He's a painter, remember? We did read him, but not in the collection. Remember how they appear to be like paintings? Coming back, so many paths through the spring grass. Coming back, so many paths through the spring grass. Tilling the field, the man who asked the way has disappeared.
Are you recording yourself?
Yeah.
Without a start?
Dear, I'm recording the words. I don't need to repeat them because they're here. Tilling the field, the man who asked the way has disappeared. Fallen petals of red plum. They seem to be burning on the clods of horseshit. Fallen petals of red plum. They seem to be burning on the clods of horseshit. Plums in blossom, and the geishas who can't go out are buying sashes. The old...
Are buying what?
Sashes.
What's that?
It's like a piece of clothing. Like a... Who can't go out. The old cormorant keeper I haven't seen him this year. Apprentice's day off, hops over a kite string, keeps going. Lighting one candle with another candle, spring evening. Listening to the lute one spring evening. Tears for the wild geese of Shosho, a hazy moon. That snail, one long horn, one short, what's on his mind? What's on the snail's mind?
Nothing.
Nothing? Around the small house, struck by lightning, melon flowers.
Melon flowers now.
Wow, they get struck by lightning. Well, maybe the lightning did strike. A lightning strike. Well, that's a nice image. The spring sea rising and falling all day. Plowing the land, not even a bird singing in the mountain shadow. I suppose in the midday that you're plowing the land and there's not a bird singing. Sometimes you work in the farm and there's no birds or nothing. How awkward it looks swimming, the frog. You think frogs are awkward when they swim? Huh? They are awkward.
I think I should take this as Washington.
Early summer rain, houses facing the river, two of them. Sparrow singing, its teeny mouth open. Sick man passing in a palanquin. Summer is the autumn of barley. Summer is the autumn of barley. Well, some barley doesn't mature quickly. The cherry blossoms falling through the branches of temple. Cherry blossoms falling through the branches of temple. At a place called Kaya, crossing the summer river, sandals in my hand. They end their flight, one by one, crows at dusk. His Holiness the Abbot is shitting in the withered fields. A blow of an axe, pine scent, the winter woods. Sound of a saw, poor people, winter midnight. Going home, the horse stumbles in the winter wind. Straw sandal half sunk in an old pond in the sleety snow. A field of mustard. No whale in sight, the sea darkening. Blown from the west, fallen leaves gather in the east. We heard that one. Autumn evening, there's joy also in loneliness. There's his painting. Well, that is like famous. Two crows in winter. Beautiful. Nice painting. That's good. Field of bright mustard. The moon in the east, the sun in the west. Is that possible? The moon's in the east and the sun's in the west? Yes, it's possible. Look at this beautiful painting here. The two crows in winter. Aren't they beautiful? See, he's a good painter. These are these two crows have a lot of personality. The mad girl in the boat at midday, spring currents. You know how the mad girl's in the boat at midday in the same time? Remember how the only people that go out in the midday sun are the mad dogs and Englishmen. Only mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. It seems relevant since the temperature may go to 99 today. The mad girl in the boat at midday, spring currents.
Look at this Spanish here.
I might post that one. I should post the mad girl. Along with the beautiful crows. The purpose of life in the modern age is just to post social media and find things to post. There's no other purpose. Porpoise. I call it the porpoise. Purpose. Look at that eye. It's a sneaky looking crow. Yeah. The whole purpose of this reading is to find something to post on Instagram. Today I'm posting the mad girl in the boat at midday, spring currents. Washing the hoe. Ripples on the water. Far off, wild ducks. In the drained fields, how long and thin the legs of the scarecrow. Guess the legs would get longer in a drained field. Green plum, it draws her eyebrows together. The sound of a bell struck off center vanishes in haze. Riding a short-legged horse in the hazy spring. Night deepens, sleep in the villages, the sound of falling water. A urine-stained quilt drying on the line, Suma village. The short night on the hairy caterpillar, beads of dew. The short night, patrolmen washing in the river. The short night, bubbles of crab froth among the river reeds. The short night, he keeps calling the short night. The short night, a broom thrown away on the beach. The short night, the old river has sunk 2 feet. The short night, on the outskirts of the village, a small shop opening. It's a short night. Here's another short night. The short night, broken in the shadows, a crescent moon. The short night, the peony has opened. The short night, waves beating in an abandoned fire. The short night, near the pillow, a screen turning silver. The short night, shallow footprints on the beach at Ui. Evening wind, water laps the heron's legs. Did we ever hear that one? Remember I said, evening wind, water laps the heron's legs. Remember that? I think we read it. The water's hitting the bird's legs. The wind. Dawn, fish, the cormorants haven't caught swimming in the shallows. Chrysanthemum growers, that you are the slaves of chrysanthemums. The heavy cart rumbles by the peonies quiver. The humble cart rumbles by. The peonies quiver. Do you think they quiver when the big cart goes by? They would with the wind, right? With the little breeze, or the when a cart passes on a road.
Yeah, they're very soft and very light.
We have been reading from. We've been having Essential Haiku with Buson as the guy, the feature poet. He was a painter and a poet. And he married Tomo, a woman poet. And he had a daughter, etc., etc., etc. Buson.